Hello Africa, hello world. My name is Lino Borge.
And my beautiful name is Dorcas Omole.
And this is
Friends from Africa for Africa.
It's 2026, new year, new vibes, new energy. How are you feeling?
I am very excited about this year. And at the same time, nervous. I think it's because it's the era of impact. For Rafiki Afrik, that is.
For Rafiki Afrik, it is the era of impact. Looking forward to so much more in this 2026. 2025 was a big highlight, big steps, let's call it big girl steps. It was big girl steps.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely wonderful. Do you have any highlights from last year that we can give a little tea on before we continue?
I think last year had a number of milestones, and we had a lot, and we couldn't capture everything.
Absolutely.
And I think that is one of the major things that you're focusing on. It's very important to capture almost every moment. It was just amazing. Everything about last year, lessons. The lessons were a lot, and going back to the drawing board. It was just amazing.
It was just amazing. And I would love to go back to one of our major highlights. We've told you we're going to let you in on the tea. And one of the things is that we were actively taking part in the 16 Days of Activism campaign. Can you get some African drums on it?
Part of the planning committee.
Part of the planning committee. Yeah. Last year, we had the opportunity to be part of the planning committee.
Yeah.
16 Days of Activism at the national level, and we prepared most of the things that were going out, information that was being disseminated.
The messaging.
What did you feel about that particular event?
At first, again, it was nervous at first, because now being in the committee and being just as the lead communications team, and having to consolidate every information from different partners, international organizations, local organizations, and now filtering the information and the messaging to say, now this one will go, this will not go, to the whole point of designing. It was designing the messages, it was designing the IC materials, and when I'm talking about the IC material, it's just the branding materials that were going out for the 16 Days of Activism. A lot of lessons to be learned on that particular period. There are a lot of lessons to be learned, and it was truly amazing, and it overstretched us at some point. Really overstretched us. Sleepless nights, and I think that's why, again, there was a point there was no recording.
Absolutely.
But how was your experience though?
It was a major learning curve for us last year. A lot of lessons. We were in class like nobody's business, took the notes, and we hope to improve on the same notes this particular year. My major highlight would also stem back to the point of that campaign, which was a campaign, that theme was technical, facilitated gender-based violence. Yes. And that was the theme that we were trying to communicate out to the people. And it comes down to us, people who are using our phones. We are always on social media. We're always tweeting something, or is it Xing nowadays? I do not have any idea. Yeah. We are always trying to figure out, we are DMing people with love or hate in equal measure.
And social media is growing each and every day.
Absolutely.
Any hate that is being propagated through digital platforms, that falls to be under TFGBV.
Absolutely. And I like that you say it grows every day, because now with iShow speed, I am being asked to buy.
Streaming platforms are here.
Streaming platforms are here. My brother keeps on talking about Twitch, and I'm like, Twitch.
And everyone now wants to be part of the streaming platform, just because, iShow speed shows, showed us streaming. Yeah, it is very possible, and streaming is the new way.
Yes.
So again, when we go back to also social media platforms, when we go to digital platforms, what are the kind of regulations do we have? That's why we're having a whole campaign on TFGBV, because we need to understand what are the regulations do we have, because abuse is each and every day. You'll find somebody trending today, whether it's a man, whether it's a woman, you'll find them trending for the wrong reasons, and everyone is there to abuse. I think the other day we saw Maureen Waitito decided to follow up on those hateful comments, and she said it has been for quite some time. So she went down to this particular person who has been following up on how, with very hateful comments, and got down to the bottom. Who is this person?
Who is this person? Using a pseudo account. Calling her names, calling her kids names, which is absolutely wrong.
So the damage was...
It was massive.
Yeah, the damage was massive.
Mama Bear came out. Mama Bear said, you can speak on
not
me,
my
but
family.
My kids,
not my family.
Hold it. So she found out who the person is and asked her to give an apology online. And the lady did come out apologizing. Maybe I think she was not sorry about the situation, but she was sorry she was caught. And I'm happy to see such measures come into play, and we get to see that, okay, so clearly we can do something about hateful comments. So when you see people posting online and you feel like you are free and at liberty because freedom of speech allows it, hold your thought. There is no freedom that is absolute. Let's start there.
Yeah,
So if you're going to call someone names and they decide to follow up legally, they can. Kenya has policies that are absolutely.
Don't just come out and say, no, but we have freedom of speech. Freedom to abuse somebody's kid, freedom to abuse somebody. There are regulations. We have policy. We have frameworks that protect people online.
For sure.
It is not just to come here online and do your thing, and somebody has really struggled to do whatever they are doing, and then you want to come here and just abuse them out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, you will be sued to oblivion. I'm going to put that out there. And Kenya has legal frameworks that protect us. And at this point, I just have to pick my notebook because honestly, we got notes. We have the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act. I know it brought some heat sometime last year. We have the Data Protection Act. And this is to also mention that we have different types of TFGBV. So they each fall in different places. We've got extortion, we've got doxing, cyberbullying, online impersonation. If you dare take my socials and you decide to impersonate me, I could sue you to oblivion once again. That is online harassment, cyberbullying, non-consensual sharing of images. I'm going to touch on that. I hope we can get a lawyer for that particular one because it's really crazy. TFGBV statistics right now in Kenya are crazy. We have children, 39% of kids in tertiary institutions have either gone through it, and 90%
have witnessed it.
So this is the data we are working with, and maybe just with that, and after mentioning some of the cybercrime or rather regulatory frameworks, we are going to get into the fact that if 39% have gone through it and 90% have witnessed it, have you gone through it? Are you part of that data? Are you a statistics?
Let me just say, let me say, out of 3, at least 1 or 2 have experienced online abuse. 1, 2 have experienced hateful comments online. It's just that people nowadays choose to assume. People nowadays choose to be, as long as I don't, we have normalized it and say, as long as I don't know you, why should I care? And this normalization is enabling this kind of behavior. Going back to your question, have I experienced this? Am I making to the percentage? And I will say, yeah. And yes, I have experienced it in one or another. It is through comments that I choose to just assume and move on with my life. But yeah, because this is what we are talking about TFGBV, because it starts as a comment and then somebody now opens a studio account to just follow you each and every day for years, for months, stalking you. So let me say, a lot of people have experienced this. It's that you choose to ignore. But now you can decide to go to the next step. And you have seen politicians have gone through this. You have seen influencers are going through this. We have seen journalists going through this. And these are just some of the main targets. And you who is using your social media each and every day and choose to assume, just like me. And I think you're also mentioning to me that you experienced this at one particular point and you decided to go out of social media for some time.
Once upon a time when we were working on radio in Nakuru, and so we were, okay, this is the new thing, it's the online media. Let's get into it. So I go on Instagram Live as we showed our show.
No, I remember.
And someone called me the most heinous of words.
Yeah.
I was so shocked. I just went out. I got so distracted on that particular show. I couldn't continue.
I remember.
I need to step back. I need to breathe. Really?
I remember.
That's the feeling people have. I swear it's not something I would want.
And some people get this every day
on a daily basis.
You just post something and somebody is on your comments just targeting your face.
Absolutely.
Targeting your body.
It's colorism on a new level.
Yeah.
It's hateful on a new level. And especially for women, I'm going to speak for them. We go through the most annoying kind of abuse online. Women kind of get it rough online. I'm not saying the men are not. They are, and it's not like a one shoes fit size all now. But I'm simply saying that when it comes to that particular issue, women go through it because everything about them is attacked. Their looks, this
family. It's your kids.
They're not enough. They're enough.
Your kid is ugly. It's not.
It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'm going to touch on the image-based one.
Yeah.
That has seen grok. I'm going to mention it.
AI now doing the most.
Coming into it.
Yeah.
People can take a pervert. Let me call them that because that's what they are. Perverts can literally pick up your photos and undress you without your consent. What are we doing about this? What are the regulations we have? And I'm going to go back. I'm pretty happy that we got to be part of the team. But then again, I feel we lost it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
That is the genuine feeling.
Yeah.
And my question would be,
Mm-hmm.
how impactful was that campaign today?
Even the launch itself.
Yes.
How impactful was it? How many universities, how many colleges, how many tertiary institutions were aware that a whole national launch was taking place of technical facilitated gender-based violence, TFGBV, of something that directly affects them. You know, we are talking about 90% who witnessed it.
Yeah. Witness it on a daily basis.
On a daily basis. And yet they're not even aware of the 16 days of activism. This was going on TFGBV. Yes. Because I'm saying this because we I think we took like a week or was it a week when we made rounds to schools, and people are really not aware of the TFGBV thing. Yes. That was just the few universities here in Nairobi. They didn't know that a whole campaign was taking place just to protect them, just to make them aware that, do you know you can protect yourself at the end of the day? Do you know that we have policies, we have frameworks that protect you? This takes me back to the State Department of Gender and Affirmative Action. It is questionable at one point. What is the impact of your mandate? Are we feeling the impact at the grassroots level? Are we feeling the impact in schools? Are we feeling the impact with young people? We all know how young people we have been with the government, how biased we have been. But what is your role in making them understand that we're here to protect you?
It's as simple as an online conversation with your partner, someone you consider your partner, your lover on WhatsApp. It gets out of hand, throw words here and there, you can be sued for that.
Yeah. Action. You can take action for that.
You can take action for that. If someone, and you have receipts of someone stalking you, if you have receipts of someone coercing you to do things, and you can show that there's some sense of bullying that was occurring during that period, you can take legal action on it. But
And actually, speaking on the same, I just saw also this trend online where people are complaining that, sometimes it is just so hard to go report on such cases because somebody decided to do away with the whole chat, somebody deleted the whole conversation. So when you go to report, you are being asked, what is the trace? How can we verify that this conversation did happen?
I think first off, most people do not even understand that's a crime
That's a crime
committed against them.
Yeah.
So they are not keen to say, okay, it's time I collect some form of evidence, either screenshots.
So the moment the abuse starts,
yes,
just be very keen to collect
data, to collect evidence, to collect information on the same. And that is why we are calling upon the government again on that particular launch. I do not see young people understanding these 39% that we keep on talking about, this 90% that keeps on witnessing. At this point, 100%, because we are always online witnessing some form of violence. All right?
Yeah.
And I'm calling upon anyone who's within that space to come here and give us data back to back, or back up what we're talking about, and also refine the idea that we need to do more.
Yeah.
I'm happy that the technical group that was from last year is talking about a nationwide campaign.
Yes.
I have been a victim.
Yes.
One, even in our own show, we've been victims.
We've been victims as Rafiki Afrik.
Yes. So, and I have also worked for organizations that have become
victims.
It's crazy, and this situation keeps growing if we do not sit and question some of these things.
And just to mention, a very common notion among online users that when somebody comes to your comment section and abuse you, abuse them.
Yes.
That is a very common notion.
And an eye for an eye.
An eye for an eye, but is that really supposed to be the case? Because at the same time, we're still propagating this online violence, you're still propagating the TFGBV.
Yes.
So when somebody abuses you, you need to hold your horses, take note, then report through the right channels.
And thank you for bringing that up. What is the right way to go? Then it shows a big gap in engaging online users on the realities of TFGBV. It means that people do not know that there are solutions to this, and it means that we are failing at some point in engaging people on the same issue,
on the right
channels. That's why they're like an eye for an eye. You come, that meme, you all remember?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So it's just
Attack,
attack, which is absolutely wrong. So it calls for us to do more when it comes to engaging people and online users at large.
And I'm not throwing this to the involved parties. How do we ensure that at least TFGBV is widely known as a crime? We know GBV as a crime. TFGBV also needs to be widely known as a crime, and we also need to ensure that at least we have the correct, right channels
Yes.
of reporting these matters.
Absolutely.
Instead of abuse, I abuse. Kick me, kick you.
Yeah.
Eye for an eye.
Yes.
To avoid all this and to avoid all that abuse drama, online hating, right channels of reporting
have to be followed.
Yes.
And TFGBV is just among the many forms of gender-based violence. So we have to ensure that all of them have proper channels. And with that, we have numbers and free toll numbers, that is 1195. And speaking of 1195, honestly, I'm going to ask the director to just show you guys. I have no airtime at all. It's at 0. But if you do call toll free, if you call 1195, they will definitely pick it up. And they will hear you. As you can see, it's gender violence hotline. Let's hear what they have to say. We're gonna have a conversation. Hi, how are you? I am calling for purposes of engagement and learning. My name is Lino Borge from Rafiki Afrik, which is a media and advocacy platform, and we are talking about gender-based violence, and we want to inform the masses of your role in GBV awareness, or rather GBV combating. So could you spare a minute to inform us and engage us as listeners?
Okay, please hold on a moment.
All right.
National Gender Violence Helpline 795. Hello.
Hello, hi, how are you?
Yes, I'm well.
My name is Lino Borge from Rafiki Afrik, which is a media and advocacy platform. We are just having an engagement or a conversation on GBV, and most especially TFGBV. Our point of conversation at this point is solution-oriented, and we're trying to figure out, or rather engage the masses on right referral channels or solutions and ways they can go. One of them, 1195. Probably you could engage us on the same.
Yes, we are ready to help.
Yes.
You can tell them to call. It's a toll-free line, and we work 24 hours. Yeah, 24/7. That is Yeah, so they can call at any time. They find somebody they can talk to, and they will be able to get help based on the issue. Because what we do, we usually help mostly on getting the services, for GBV services, So if for the TFGBV, when they report, be able to offer an appropriate maybe referral, and be able to connect with different of our partners to ensure that they get justice, or maybe they don't get help from their side.
Absolutely amazing. That is the information we need to keep on disseminating, because most people do not know. But I appreciate your time, and thank you so much.
That was 1195. That was 1195, 1195. It's a toll-free number. So anytime you are being faced with any gender-based violence issue, you can always call, and they're ready to help.
Always
24/7?
24/7, guys. They'll give you right referral networks to help you get justice.
And 1195 is just one of them.
Yes.
There are many different channels that you can always report. We have different organizations that you can always report to again, and they will help you through. And we also have another toll-free number that is for Nairobi Shelter, 0737302963.
Yes.
You can always call, and they are ready to help. Sauti Salama, they are just a lot of organizations, and they will help you through this.
Absolutely. And if you're out there and you're working in GBV referral survival systems that can help other survivors, guys, please, survivor-centered systems that can help more, please come upon. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Let's reach more masses. Please don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Speak up. Speak up. If someone abuses you, don't abuse them. Report them. It's that simple. Is a crime. Absolutely.
And remember, whatever happens to the least of us
affects all of us.